Last time we saw Holy Name softball, it was Ava Posa's revenge game against her former team, the Buckeye Bucks. Today, it's the second baseman Kylee Blinky's revenge game against the Lakewood Rangers is up next on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. A sunny afternoon in the middle of April, perfect conditions for some softballs. The Holy Name Green Wave take on the Lakewood Rangers in a GLC East clash. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. As I said in the intro, Kylee Blinky, the second baseman for Holy Name, last year for her freshman year, played for the Lakewood Rangers, transfers on over to 6000 Queens Highway this year and has her first crack at her old team. We'll have another opportunity at their place later on this calendar year. On the bump for the Green Wave this afternoon, as always, is a sophomore, Reagan Vavro. 25 Ks in 2 games so far in GLC play since returning to Ohio after the stretch in Tennessee. Holy Name going into this game 2-3 with the wins against Sacred Heart in PA, and most recently the win against Buckeye 4-3 at their place on April 10th. For the Rangers, there'll be Maddie Magda, the center fielder, stepping into the box to begin the game. First pitch, chopped left side. Stevens, cross diamond to Zabak. It's 1 pitch, 1 out for the Green Wave defense. Could not have asked for a better start to the afternoon. In this game, it might come down to which pitcher throws more. Vavro, a known commodity for Neighbor Nation, but Holy Name's getting introduced once again to Mia Carroll Greaves in the bottom half of the inning. The Valpo commit going D1 pitching has a sub-1 ERA going into tonight's contest. The second pitch of the inning, I believe, will be a hit by pitch. Gillick, the catcher, will go down and be immediately greeted by her head coach. So with 1 away, we'll step aside for the time being. 0-0. Gillick able to get back up after the hit by pitch. Did a little jog down the left field line and is okay. She'll now trot on over to first base. So the 1 away, Lakewood has a base runner in for the pitcher, Mia Carroll Greaves, to now hit. She can do it on the bump, but can also do it at the sticks. So far this year, a team leading .406 batting average with 13 hits, all of which are singles. The pitch from Vavro misses outside. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on the fellow pitcher. Carroll Greaves has been up for Cuyahoga County Softball Player of the Week pretty much every week of the calendar year so far. The GLC East knows how to produce pitchers. It's sent into right field, but right over to Mahal, cannot corral it in. Gillick will round and go to 3, and she will try for the glory to open the scoring, and she does. So it's an RBI double for Carroll Greaves as Lakewood strikes first. A nicely hit ball just out of the reach of Mahalican right. So Lakewood, with 1 away, has an RBI, leading 1-0. And now here comes Ella Bauer, the third baseman, with a chance to add another run. Mia Carroll Greaves will have an easier time on the mound in the bottom of the first with this insurance run, with the first pitch of this at-bat being a ball. But looking at the GLC East this year, obviously no Parma, so you're down to 5 teams. For Valley Forge, you have a college commit, Madison Kim McKell, we'll see here next week. going to Lakeland. Izzy Aiken for Normandy. I believe she's going to Kenyon. Don't quote me on that one. Vavro obviously has the talent to go to college. Same thing with Lily Young, who can easily go and play for a college organization. She's only a freshman over at the Medina County outfit of Buckeye. And then finally, Carol Greaves, you see on the bump today, going Division I. So 3 current college commits, a sophomore who's bound to go to college to play softball, and a freshman who's bound. Pretty impressive stats coming from the GLC East, from the bump. Vavro will wind and deliver. Finds the zone, a get right pitch for Vavro. 2-1 count. Bauer looking to increase the Lakewood lead. 394 batting average on the year for her. On-base percentage 417. And as well, tied with Carol Greaves with 13 hits. Now in this contest, Carol Greaves leading by 1 in that stat category with the hit just gone. It's a 3-1 count. Madison Cohn with the first baseman in the on-deck circle for the visitors. Beverly looking still to settle on an end of the contest. The 3-1 offering misses high, so it's a walk. Hit by pitch and walk have sent batters to the base path along with a double. Time will be called for a mound visit with Comer due to come up next for the Rangers. This is the dream start for them. This couldn't have been scripted any better. Comer so far on the year batting .357 with 10 hits to her name, including a double. A double may be enough to make it a 3-0 Lakewood lead. Lakewood's a tough team. This is a bloodbath of a part of the conference. You could easily see Holy Name be ranked from between 1 to 4. Really, any of Normandy, Holy Name, Lakewood, or Buckeye can be 1 through 4. Valley Forge, until proven otherwise, will be in the basement of just what is a tough division to win. The lefty Comer, a big opportunity. The pitch from Vavro misses high, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. After Comer, it'll go to Carol Greaves, this time the second baseman. So 1-0 count, 1-0 Lakewood lead, courtesy of Amia Carol Greaves double. Finds a zone up high, evens it up at 1-1. Vavro trying to find her way around the zone and get back into it. Sends the first batter, Magda. It's been hit by pitch, a double, and a walk. The windup and the delivery from Vavro. Misses high once again, a 2-1 count. A big pitch incoming, 2-1. You don't want to lose another batter to a 3-1 count and load the bases for Gabby Carol Greaves in the on-deck circle. The pitch from Vavro. Just misses low, 3-1 count. Lakewood so far this year, impressive numbers on offense, averaging above 10 runs per game while only allowing a touch under 5 a game. They've really impressed in their 7 games thus far. Their only blemish coming in the last game against Olmsted Falls, a 12-0 defeat. 3-1 misses outside, so it's back-to-back walks from Vavro as the bases are juiced with 1 away for Gabby Carol Greaves, the second baseman. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it again. This is the dream start for the Rangers. To correction, the leading hitter for the Rangers is Gabby Carol Greaves. Her sister batting .371. She's batting .406 with the 13 hits. With bases loaded, can she do some big damage? In the zone, 0-1 count to begin her first at-bat. The on-deck circle now is Marissa Showers, the left fielder. The 6th batter of the inning for the Rangers. The pitch, fouled behind. 0-2 count on the leading hitter for the Rangers. Can Lakewood open the skies even more? It's a 1-0 advantage right now. With one swing of the bat, it could be more. Swing and a miss. It's a drop third from Posa. Runner goes home. The flip. Not in time. She dives. It's a 2-0 Lakewood lead. Heads up base running from Mia Carol Greaves to get the job done as she dives on in. That'll be the first strikeout of the afternoon from Vavro. Reaching on the wild pitch will be Carol Greaves. So now here comes Marissa Showers. About to say, there we go. It is 2 outs. With the bases loaded, should not have to go. It'll be a stolen bag at home. So 2 away. Here now comes Showers. A little confused in the way the bases moved. Still, everyone moves off a base, so it's 2 in scoring position. Missing high is Vavro, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on the left fielder, who is the 7-hitter this inning for the Rangers, who lead 2-0, courtesy of an RBI double from Carol Greaves and a stolen bag by Mia Carol Greaves. In the zone on the dropped pitch. Evens it up at 1-1. Vavro takes a second to get the call and go back on to the mound and delivers. Fouled away to the right side. Now 1-2 count. After a shaky start, a strikeout on the last at-bat, can Vavro get out of the inning and get Holy Name back to the sticks? Vavro peering on in, the 1-2 delivery. Ground ball left side of the infield. Garlow chucks across to Zabak to retire the side, but not before the Rangers plate 2. Middle of 1, the Rangers lead 2-0 over the Green Wave. Middle of 1 in Parma Heights, Ohio. Holy Name trailing 2-0 to the Lakewood Rangers, courtesy of an RBI double from Mia Carol Greaves, who's now on the bump for the Rangers, and a stolen bag at home by who else but Mia Carol Greaves. You're going to hear her name a lot this broadcast. The Division I commit now on the bump, has a sub-1 ERA heading into today, and 54 Ks on the campaign so far. The first neighbor to greet her is Victoria Scheiben as she skies the first pitch she sees right behind us out of play. 0-1 count to begin her first cuts of the day. After some struggles at the dish in the first game we saw of Holy Name softball, the next day, a get-right day for Scheiben, had an RBI in the 4-3 win over the Bucks. As well in that game, Holy Name hit their 3rd home run of the year in Ohio as Kylee Blinky, who you'll see in a couple at-bats, hit one. Good take from Scheiben, evens it up at 1-1. Scheiben, you'll see her come in as a relief pitcher in some games, and as well doubleheaders. You'll see her pitch game number 2 usually plays out in center field. Ground ball right side, weakly hit. And a fielding play over at first from Comer, retires Shivan for out number 1. Awkwardly hit off the bat, kind of took a weird roll as the dirt is kind of soggy. The conditions in the grass are less than favorable for broadcasting as we are sinking currently. I would be remiss if I didn't say this felt like quicksand. I digress. Here comes Aubrey Stevens to the sticks for the first time today. Pops up, skied in the infield, going into the grass. And it'll be off the glove of the center fielder Magda as Stevens slides on into second. She'll reach on the air, and the base running gets her into scoring position for Sammy Zabak. Just unfortunate, you could tell she lost it in the sun trying to get it. As an outfielder, in my time playing baseball somewhat, I know the feeling. If the sun's there, there's nothing else you can do. She was in the vicinity, and the wind as well not helping things. We saw that play a factor in yesterday's game at BW. Did that save me from awful tan lines? No, it did not. I'm hoping today I don't have a repeat. Here comes Zabak into the box. Runs in on her 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Greaves trying to settle back in after the error that now has Stevens in scoring position. Zabak, last time we were on this field, hit a home run. I asked her if she's hitting one today. She said she can hit one if she wants to. She said in that last game she wanted to for Ava in her revenge game. So then I replied, so Kylie's chopped liver? She's like, oh yeah, that is a good reason. So hopefully she's in the mindset today to hit a home run. Based on that information, she is. We'll see if she can deliver. It's a 2-0 count right now, so it's her at-bat to dominate. The pitch from Carol Greaves. It's popped into the outfield and falls in no man's land. Stevens will round to try to get Holy Name on the board, and she does. It's a 1-out RBI double for Sammy Zabak. Top of the second in Parma Heights. It is the away team leading 2-1 courtesy of Mia Carroll Greaves. You're just tuning in. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. First pitch of the inning. Bunted foul behind. 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on Karis Crone. Is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters this inning for the Rangers. Nothing, 1 count to begin the at-bat on Crane. This is low to even it up. In the last game against Buckeye, once again, Vavro went the full 7, 10 Ks, so 25 strikeouts through 2 games against GLC opponents. Here comes the 1-1 from Vavro. Thought about it, but she goes. 1-2 count. In the on-deck circle is Emily Padua, the shortstop. Vavro looking for strikeout number 2 of the ball game. He'll have to wait. Misses outside. 2-2 count. Don't mind that miss from Vavro, trying to get her to swing at something outside the zone. As a pitcher in a 1-2 count, you don't want to have to challenge the batter, as one bad pitch when you're up in the count would be really detrimental. The 1-2. This is high. Now it's a full 3-2 count. Had her 1-2. Here comes the payoff pitch incoming. Vavro trying to avoid putting the lead-off runner on. Here is the payoff pitch. Down the pipe for strike 3. Gets it a freeze for out number 1. That'll be Vavro's second K of the ball game. Make it 27 in 14. Now 15 in 1/3 inning work. And now here comes Emily Padua, the 9-hitter, with Magda in the on-deck circle as we go back to the top of the lineup. The pitch, bunt being shown, pulled back, runs in. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Vavro settling in after the early struggles, after walking 2 on, a strikeout, a ground out, and another strikeout. The windup and the pitch, bunt being shown, tries to deliver, cannot, evens up at 1-1. Lakewood attempting the small ball approach at this point in the game. Don't blame them. You want to get the run back if you can. Keep Holy Name a run or 2 away at all times. Vavro will wind and deal. Bunt gets down but goes right behind Posa. Now a 1-2 count. The big out for Vavro to get. So 1-2 count, 1 away in the top of the second inning. Lakewood leading 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, gets her to swing on through for out number 2. It's 3 strikeouts in the last 4 batters for Reagan Vavro. So now we go back to the top of the lineup where Magda on 1 pitch grounded out to third and Aubrey Stevens to get the game going. So it's 2 away on 2 strikeouts. The pitch from Vavro. Runs high, 1-0 count to begin the second at-bat of the game for Magda. After Magda, it goes to Gillick, then Carol Greaves. Magda on the year, going into today batting .286. The pitch. Finds the corner of the zone, evens it up at 1-1. The Vavro's pitcher choice seems to be hitting that outside corner. And that seems to also be where Mia Carol Greaves was hitting the zone. Vavro will wind and deliver. Ground ball left side of the infield. Garlow sees it into the glove. Chucks cross diamond to retire the side. The Rangers go in order. Middle of 2. Holy Name trails 2-1. Bottom of the second at St. John Bosco. Holy Name trailing 2-1 to the Lakewood Rangers. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Into the box steps Ava Posa as she'll be followed by Vavro and Majoris this inning. Posa, last game, did well against her former team, and another GLC contest, a big game at that in the grand scheme of the GLC East. This is high, 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. Posa and other transfer Blinky, part of the incoming class of 4 players to this team that also includes Mormon Hall, who's in right field, and Ellie Orzek, who will most likely DH at some point today. Swing and a miss as Posa cuts right through it, evens it up at 1-1. Last inning went well for Kylee Blinky on the mound. The only run that scored was an error that Sammy Zabak took advantage of and hit a double. The pitch from Kylee Blinky hits the corner on a late call, makes it 1-2. The perfect spot, took a second to confirm, but now Posa needs to protect, down 1-2. Vavro looks on, the on-deck circle of the pitch. It's skied into the left side. It's playable over at third for Bauer as she corrals it on in for out number 1 in the air. Now in steps the pitcher, Reagan Vavro, for her first cuts of this afternoon's ball game in another matchup of pitcher versus pitcher. Vavro will be trailed by Majoris, who will be on deck next. And then after Katie Majoris, it'll be Emily Majoris, the left fielder, and then we go back to the top of the lineup. Here comes the pitch from Kylee Blinky. Misses low, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on the sophomore. And as well, Holy Name taking on Lakewood in baseball as well today. Part of a 2-game series. We'll see game 2 of it tomorrow as Holy Name opens up their year at Kurtz Park. 5 p.m. first pitch. Finds the top right corner of the zone on Vavro to even it up at 1-1. Almost every single at-bat from Holy Name today that has not resulted in a first or second pitch hit has gone to 1-1. And usually it's a 1-0 count to begin. Shot behind off of the catcher's leg, make it now 1-2 count. Kylee Blinky is looking for strikeout 55 on the campaign. Kylee Blinky will take a second to get the call. Vavro has a 1 foot out of the box, will now step on back in. The 1-2 count with the 1 away. Skips on it, evens it up at 2-2. So a 2-2 count, leadoff retired on a pop out. Can Vavro get on base for Holy Name? Kylee Blinky is back on the bump, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, Vavro cuts right through it for the first strikeout of the game from Kylee Blinky, and is out number 2. So that'll be K number 55 on the campaign as Katie Majoris, the 8-hitter, steps in. Last time out was denied an excellent hit as it just went foul to the left side. If that ball would have been fair, it would have been extra bases. It was smoked down the line. Kylee Blinky has seen 2 namers this inning, retired both. Can't she get Majoris? It's sent to the left side of the infield and caught in the air over at short by Padua to retire the side. The namers, like the Rangers, go in order. End of 2. Lakewood leads 2-1. Top of the third inning at St. John Bosco. 2-1 Lakewood lead. First pitch of the inning, a strike to Gillick, nothing in one count. Her first time up was clipped on the heel from Vavro on the second pitch of the game. Vavro last inning got the Rangers in order, 2 strikeouts and a forced ground out to Garlow over at short. Just misses low, a big league take to even it up at 1-1. In the on-deck circle is the ever-dangerous Mia Carol Greaves, who doubled, has an RBI to her name, and also a stolen bag that also happened to be home plate to her name today. She has done all the scoring for Lakewood. Skips past Posa on the dirt, makes it now a 2-1 count. Both Holy Name baseball and softball have young teams. The difference, the chemistry, as Holy Name softball return all but a couple of their main starters. The new starters this year, you have Posa behind the dish, you have Blinky over at second base, and Mahalik in right, and Majoris in left. So 5 returners to the starting lineup. 3-1 count. Stevens and Garlow both started last year. Garlow moved over from second base in the absence of Massey. Zabak over at first. Majura caught last year, but this year decided to go into the outfield primarily. Majoris played a decent amount last year. Scheiben played in right last year. At center field is Ali Roche. Runs in, and that will lead to Gillick getting on base for the second time in a row, this time via the walk. So now here comes Mia Carol Greaves into the box for her second cuts. But still, Holy Name, a very young team all the way around. Vavro, sophomore. Posa, sophomore. Blinky, sophomore. Garlow, sophomore. And Stevens, sophomore. The only infielder who's not a sophomore is the senior Zabak. And in the outfield, you have 2 non-sophomores. Russian 1, throw down is in time. Posa, the sling, gets her stealing. So Carol Greaves will not have an opportunity to advance the runner. That's allowed out number 1. Man, a missile thrown by Posa. But as I was saying, in this whole team, now taking another look at it, you have 2 non-sophomores. And they're both on the right side. The pitch. Sent to the left side, scooped up by Stevens, chucked cross diamond. Zabak leaps and gets it for out number 2. The momentum seemed to be going back to Lakewood, but a caught stealing from Ava Posa turned it back around. Now here comes Ella Bauer, the third baseman, walked her first time up in for her second cut of the game. 2 away, the pitch. Ground ball right side to Zabak, gets it, easily walks on over to first base, steps on the bag to retire the side. Leadoff man aboard for Lakewood, but Posa got her stealing. In that sense, Lakewood goes in order, only 3 batters. Middle of 3, Holy Name trails 2-1. Majoris then top, due up this inning for the Green Waves. They trail 2-1. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. It's been a great game so far, but if you're here for scoring, don't go and watch the second inning. If you're here for defense, go and watch the second inning. If you want to see all the scoring so far, it's been in the first inning. But still, I don't expect to see plenty more scoring in this game. But Vavro and Carol Grieve settling in nicely on the mound. It's Emily Majores, the sophomore. Let's just say it's a sophomore until otherwise specified. A freshman at right field for Holy Name. At first base, a senior. The rest are sophomores in the starting lineup. Just very impressive how good this young team is. It's chopped. It's basically a bunt. Majores will reach on it. A chop single bunt thing. There we go. I have no clue how to score it. It might be Harrison Frank playing softball. It's equivalent. He watched the game yesterday. Harrison Frank did something very similar for Holy Name. So the sophomores apparently were taught to bunt swing. And now they might say it hit her in the box or something. But still, an excellent swing. The official called nothing seemed out of the ordinary and weird. It was just a simple ask of the question from Lakewood's coach. Shout out. He's been great to work with. Got me stats before the game of the team. Got me the lineup and as well the roster. Nothing more you can ask for as a broadcaster to have a visiting coach be so hospitable. And they're the away team. Shout out Lakewood. Very classy. Bunt being shown by Cheyenne, pulls back. Runner goes. And Majores is in easily. Doesn't need a slide, but gets dirty nonetheless. She's in scoring position. So now the peanut gallery getting going in the dugout. So this is day 3 in a row of broadcast. The bleeding will end tomorrow on day 4 as Holy Name takes on Lakewood in baseball. For me, it will end up being 5 broadcasts along the span of 4 days. Bunt being shown, bunt down. It dies right in front of the plate. It's a perfect bunt and doesn't beat the throw. It's bang, bang, but the stretch just enough to retire Scheiben. But that was a picture-perfect bunt. An excellent throw down from, I believe it was the catcher who ended up getting it. And now it goes to Stevens, who could tie the game up. It's bang, bang. If you believe she was safe, it could be right. If you believe she was out, I believe it could be right. It's bang, bang. Usually it's advantage runner in this case, maybe just enough. Nonetheless, an excellent play from Lakewood to recognize. Bunt being shown, it pops behind and foul. Holy Name embracing the small ball style of play. Nothing in one count to begin. I don't mind the idea, but when your best returning hitter is in the box, I want to see her take a couple cuts first. Now I want to see a cut. I want to see her nuke the ball, and she can. This is high on that one, 1-1 count. But when you have the power hitting ability of Stevens, it's 200 to center. Why not let her take a crack at the fence? Still a 1-1 count, 1 on, 1 away. Carol Greaves gets the call from the watch. The windup and the pitch. It's sent down the line and just gets through. It's an RBI single at minimum for Stevens. It'll be an RBI single as she rounds and returns. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 3rd. What did I say? Let her swing the bat. That's what she can do as it skips over 3rd base. She now stands as the go-ahead run over at first for Sammy Zabak, who so far today, she's wanted to hit, has an RBI double to her name. In the on-deck circle after her will be Bailey Garlow, but Zabak with one swing of the bat could give Holy Name their first lead of the ball game. She did it last time we were here. Can't she do it again? We'll have to wait. She'll take a second to step out of the box. Carol Greaves peers on in, winds, delivers, bump being shown. Stolen base. There we go. Guess that was the point of that. 1-0 count. Guys, look like everyone froze at that point. Like the broadcast has done a couple times due to internet connectivity. I do want to say I can't see over the screen. I don't believe it froze for that brief moment. Everyone just stayed still. We seem to be okay, my producer's telling me. The voice in my ear. That's not in my ear. The pitch. Runs high. Nice snag by the catcher. Otherwise, the camera on the right side may have been taking a tumble. Last time we were here, 3 cameras on the backside. 1 ended up falling off due to a foul ball. At least it wasn't ours. Zabak has the opportunity to blow the game open even more. The pitch. Runs low and blocked. 3-0 count. Obviously, you want to throw strikes, but if there's any batter that you walk on this Holy Name team, it'd be Zabak or Stevens. Stevens is already on. Zabak's in the box. I don't think you mind it. If it happens, it happens. The pitch. They get her on 4 to walk. So Zabak will take her place at first, and now it's time for Bailey Garlow, who last time here did have a home run with an opportunity to blow the game open once again. The runner at second and first. And waiting the on-deck circle after her would be Kylee Blinky. How fitting would that be if the base is loaded for her to get a grand slam? If that happens, people believe I have the script. I stopped getting the script after sophomore year when I stopped playing baseball. The pitch. Finds his own, 0-1. Girl takes a second to get back into the box. Carol Greaves just trying to get out of the jam right now. Double play ball, definitely a factor. If it's in the middle infield, I would not be surprised if they do attempt it just to get the lead runner at minimum. Just depends where the ball is hit. Right now, if you're Garlow, your zones you want to hit are no man's land in the infield or the green grass on the fly. You don't want to hit the ball up the middle. It'd be a good spot to be, but if it's retrieved, you're going to get probably a double play. It sends into left field. It trails, and it is gone! A 3-run home run for Bailey Garlow to give Holy Name the 5-2 lead. That was nuked. Her second home run in as many games on this field this year. Holy Name leads 5-2. It's 5 unanswered runs for the green and white. The base is clear for Kylee Blinky, who's definitely a little bit jealous right now of her fellow middle infielder. We all looked on over to left field. We figured it had the distance. Didn't want to say it early, but yeah, that had the distance. It was smoked. Smoked, nuked, obliterated, gone, whatever you want to call it. First pitch of the at-bat goes high to Blinky, 1-0 count. On that prior at-bat, you heard Victoria Scheiben say, no one better. Well, 2 home runs, there is no one better to hit a home run for Holy Name right now. So 1-0 count, 1 away still. Popped up and into the wasteland behind, 1-1 count. The one thing about St. John Bosco that is a nightmare for players is it's a softball graveyard. If the ball's into the woods, in the words of South Park, it's gone. And it's gone. You're not getting it back. And something else to monitor, it's something crazy. For the first time in Holy Name Broadcasting's history of covering games at St. John Bosco, Reagan Favreau has not found the large piece of tree debris and brought it to the dugout. Swing and a miss as Blinky cuts through it, 1-2 count. There's your ESPN stat of the day. We do see it. It's in the wasteland still. I see it. Maybe I have to go get it during the game. So 1-2 count, 1 away, the pitch. Sent into left field and falls right in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Rounding to 2 is Blinky. She's going to press her luck for 3 and is in 2-3. It is a 1-out triple in Kylee Blinky's revenge game, and she is really enjoying this moment. Not the home run, but still it gets the job done as Ava Posa steps in with a chance for an RBI. It dropped just in front of the trailing left fielder Showers. One more step in, and we have 2 away. But now it's 1 away with Posa in the box. An opportunity to score a run. Finds us on the right side. Nothing won't count to begin her second at-bat that saw her pop out to third to begin the second. Just like the game against Norton last year, the visitors started off well, but Holy Name in the end got the victory. This game looking promising. The bunt being shown. It gets down for Posa. The look over delays the throw. The throw is just in time, but the sacrifice bunt for Ava Posa as Holy Name now leads 6-2. Did her job, froze the catcher for a second. It almost resulted in her being safe, but a sac bunt clears the bases, but Holy Name will take the run. Now here comes Reagan Vavro to the sticks. She's definitely going to be appreciating her offense a little bit more as they've given her some insurance. Going into this inning, she needed more than insurance. She needed runs, period. And now she has a lead to take in. The pitch finds a zone in the corner. Painted like Picasso. Nothing in 2 count. Can Carol Greaves get out of the inning? It's been 5 runs so far plated this inning for the Green Wave. The pitch finds the zone, gets Vavro to freeze for strike 3 to retire the side, but not before the Namer offense explodes for 5. End of 3 at St. John Bosco. Holy Name leads 6-2. Top of the 4th at St. John Bosco. If you tuned off for a little bit, Holy Name, the floodgates open for their offense. 5 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. They now lead 6-2. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. For Lakewood, it's the middle of the lineup. Comer, Greaves, and Showers due up. It's 5, 6, and 7. The pitch finds the zone to even it up at 1-1. That last inning, Holy Name recorded, I believe it was 4 hits in that inning. So now that will take them to 5 on the game. The pitch skips on in. Posa will see it behind her. 2-1 count. Carol Greaves had a mound visit after the home run and was able to settle back into the game, but she's going to need some help from her offense to get back into the game as a whole. Misses outside. 3-1 count. Things are looking decent right now for Lakewood with a hitter's count and none away. Favreau will wind the 3-1. Misses low and in the dirt for a leadoff walk for Madison Comer. 2 walks on the day for her as this will now bring up Gabby Carol Greaves, the second baseman. So far today, Vavro has surrendered 4 walks, but only 1 hit, and that hit being a double from Greaves back in the first. The windup in the pitch. Finds a zone, nothing in 1 count to begin this at-bat. Vavro has done an excellent job settling back into this game. The windup and the delivery from Vavro. Swing and a miss on 1 outside, nothing in 2 count. Good challenging pitch against the best hitter that Lakewood has on their team according to batting average. 13 hits on the year still. The 0-2. Right down the middle for strike 3. The back kick almost in time. It bobbles off of Zabak's glove, but nonetheless 1 away for strikeout number 4. So now here comes Marissa Showers, the left fielder, in for her second cuts, grounded out over to short, and Billy Garlow, her first time up to end the first. Still a runner at first with one away. The pitch loops on in, just misses high. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. This game going by a little bit quicker than the other ones that we've seen. We're nearing the halfway point, and now we're in. The windup and the delivery. Finds the zone, hitting the sweet spot to even it up at 1-1. Favreau's command in this game has been really good. A couple pitches have gotten away from her, a couple at-bats, as evident by the 4 walks, but otherwise, she's done an excellent job of just commanding the zone. Chop to foul. No. Whatever got chopped to the right side of the infield isn't the ball. Was it part of the bat? It was the bat. So the grounder hit was a piece of the bat. A little shard of it came down. Have not seen that happen. There's a 1-2 count on the foul ball. Take a moment of silence to remember the bat. And now the bat piece gets tossed out of play. Have not seen that happen. So 1-2 count, the pitch. Just misses outside, 2-2 count. Marissa Showers definitely now has a big reason to want to get a hit after her bat was destroyed. Favreau will wind the 2-2. Fouled away and just skips on out, almost hitting a trash can. It'll remain 2-2. And unfortunately, the parents could not get the out either. Favreau comes set, winds, delivers. Nice loop in for strike 3. The second strikeout in a row, looking for out number 2. Take Favreau to 5 on the afternoon. She's starting to get up to the numbers that she had against Buckeye, as now the 8-hitter, Karis Crone, steps in for her second cut. Struck out looking her first time up. In the first 5 batters of the lineup, no strikeouts from Favreau. In the bottom 4 batters, all 5 of her strikeouts reside. 2 of them from Carol Greaves, 1 of them from Showers, 1 from each of Crone and Potazak. Crone begins this at-bat down, 0-1. Here's the pitch from Favreau. Runs in, blocked by Posa to prevent any damage on the base path, but it'll even it up at 1-1. After a rough first inning behind the dish, Posa definitely getting into her groove, has a caught stealing to her name, as well as plenty of blocks and an attempted back pick. Gets her to go on the attempted bunt, makes it now a 1-2 count. Holy Name's offense still hungry for some more runs, and who can blame them? They'll be back up to the sticks after the last out. And there is the last out of the inning. Favreau strikes out the side. She now has 6 Ks on the afternoon. Lakewood cannot reply to Holy Name's explosive third as the Holy Name bats get back to work when we return. Bottom of the fourth inning at St. John Bosco. Holy Name leading 6-2. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Before we get underway, back to the action. Holy Name on Instagram and Twitter, they posted asking for prayers for a longtime teacher and coach, Mr. Larry Bream, who's entered in hospice care. Our prayers from Holy Name Broadcasting are with him and his family, hoping that he can be at peace. Majoris, and Scheiben do up this inning. Pitch. Sent up the gut to begin in the air, trailed in center, and a basket catch by Magda out in center for out number one. It was a little awkward, but she's able to come down with the ball and retire Katie Majoris, but now in steps the bunt single merchant, Emily Majoris, who last time up, it's not a bunt, it's an infield single, but looked like a laid down bunt. Can she repeat what she did her first time up? Carol Greaves peers on in and will deliver. Justice is off the plate. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Majoris. Carol Greaves will come set on the bump once again after last inning, just trying to settle back into the game. Fouled behind by Majoris and will just stay on in play, but still she's down now to a 1-1 count. Lakewood's offense will need to get back rolling in the top half of the fifth inning. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for them then, as they'll go through the lineup a third time. After the last inning, though, Lakewood would need a lot to get momentum back in this game. Here comes the 1-1. Just misses off the plate. Makes it now a 2-1 count. The momentum changed in that game the moment the home run was hit. Holy Name led 5-2 at that point. Now it's 6-2. Momentum of this game would only flip if Lakewood hit a home run. Getting the runs might not be the most difficult thing, but momentum itself is going to be tough to find for Lakewood. They need a close, tough inning here. Get out of it as quick as possible. 3-1 count on Majoris. Pitch. Just finds the zone, 3-2. It's just closing the gap one hit at a time. That is the task that they'll have next inning. Right now, it's get out of this inning and get back to the sticks. Here comes the payoff pitch from Carol Greaves. Misses low, and that will walk Majoris, so she reaches both times up as we go back to the top of the lineup. And the sophomore, Victoria Scheiben, for her third cuts, has grounded out to the catcher and to Carol Greaves on the bump so far today. That'll be only the second walk of the game from Carol Greaves. We'll take a second here. Majoris will be ready to steal if the play depends on it. Bunt being shown. She will go. The chuck down is in time. The tag is not. Majoris, the head first slide, gets her in a scoring position. Second stolen base of the game. Nice throw down from Gillick. Just a tag not there as it kind of skipped on in as Majoris reached. So now Victoria Scheiben can take a swing at it if she wants or try and advance via the bunt again. It's dealer's choice in the batter's box. She'll opt to cut, swings on through it. 0-2 count. In the on-deck circles, Aubrey Stevenson, RBI single, her last time up. Lakewood looking for out number 2. Can they retire Scheiben? Not on that pitch. Misses high. I don't mind that pitch, though. Yes, you want to get the out, but you don't want to, as I said a couple times, give free hits away or free contact. If this ball's hit to the right side, you can easily tag. With the speed of Majoris, most pitches, if they're hit in the outfield, are taggable. 1-2 count the pitch. Fouled away to the right side, so Scheiben will once again see the 1-2 pitch as we officially hit the hour mark. It's a 1-2 count, 6-2. Holy Name leads. Carol Greaves peering on in. Has 2 strikeouts so far today. Misses high. So now it'll be a 2-2 count on Scheiben, who is battling this at bat, being patient and also fouling off good pitches. Had an RBI at Buckeye on Wednesday. Can she replicate it against another GLC East opponent? Smack to the left side and foul, so she'll see another pitch in this at bat. After going down 0-2, 2 foul balls and 2 balls seen. This will be the 7th pitch of this elongated quality at bat. The wind has been a factor in today's game a little bit and starting to get a little chillier now as we hit the 6th hour. Swing and a miss as Scheiben cuts on through it. Strikeout number 3 on the game from Mia Carol Greaves for allowed out number 2. Aubrey Stevens now steps in. 1 for 1 today, or 1 for 2, reached on an error, and has an RBI. Carol Greaves with 3 Ks, give her 57 on the campaign. And time will be called as Stevens will step on out of the box. Carol Greaves is back on the bump and deals. Finds the outside corner, 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on Stevens. Gillick will walk Majoris back on over to second base. Carol Greaves will peer on in the windup and the delivery. Misses high and goes to the backstop. Majoris will jog on into third base and now be 60 feet away from scoring. Stevens a prime opportunity to get another RBI. She'll have a 1-1 count to work with after the wild pitch. The windup and the delivery from Carol Greaves. Misses low but blocked as it just skims off the glove of Gillick. 2-1 count. Sammy Zabak awaits in the on-deck circle for the Green Wave, who has an RBI double to her name along with a walk. Here comes the pitch from Carol Greaves. This is up and in. 3-1 count on the sophomore Stevens.
Somebody make a play. Here we go, Lakewood.
Lakewood wants to get out of this, sending Carol Greaves just trying to get her team back to the sticks. It's a 3-1 count. Catcher sets out outside. Pitch goes outside and misses. There'll be runners at the corners with 2 away for Sammy Zabak, the power hitter, as she'll take her 3rd cuts of the game. It's 6-2, a 4-run game. With 1 swing of the bat, it could be Holy Name absolutely dominating this game. It's been 6 unanswered so far since the 3rd. It'll be Stevens over at first. On third is Emily Majoris. Greaves will take a second to gather before getting back onto the mound and delivers. Swing and a miss. It's cut to the left side and foul. Holy Name for a brief moment saw 7-2, but they'll have to wait for the 7th run. 0-1 count to begin this at bat on the senior Zabak. Missed in the exact same spot that Majoris is cut. Last game here missed. The pitch from Carol Greaves misses high. Stolen bag for Stevens, no contest. 1-1 count, so now 2 in scoring position for Sammy Zabak. All it takes is 1. Carol Greaves will come set, will wind and deliver. Misses outside, 2-1 count on Zabak. Zabak's able to get on the bases. It'll be Bailey Garlow due up next, who had a 3-run homer her last time up. Carol Greaves back on the mound, deals. Swing and a miss. Zabak soft fence and cuts on through it, evens it up at 2-2.
Come on, Lakewood, let's make a play. Let's make a play, girls. Here we go. Let's go, defense.
Kel Greaves trying to get out of the inning unscathed. It's a 2-2 count, the pitch. Swing and a miss, gets Zay back to swing on through it. Her 4th K of the game to retire the side. Holy Name unable to score with 2 in scoring position. End of 4, they lead 6-2. Top of the 5th on a beautiful, chilly evening at St. John Bosco. It's 6-2. Holy Name leads the Lakewood Rangers. First pitch strike on this at-bat. Nothing in 1 count to begin. Emily Paduzak's 2nd at-bat of the game. Struck out swinging her first time up all the way back in a 2nd inning. When she was up to bat that time around, it was a 2-1 Lakewood lead. The game has flipped on its head since. Bunt shown again. It gets down, almost caught by Posa. Just skimmed right through the hands. You really can't react to that one. It's just awkward the way it is. It's just there, but it's not. It's nothing in 2 count nonetheless. It looks like Lakewood will try and throw. Someone in the bullpen. They'll someone warming up. Swing and a miss as she cuts on through Paduzak for the 2nd time. Retired via a swinging strikeout as Vavro gets K number 7 and out number 1. If you give Reagan Vavro appropriate time to settle in, she will do so and has done so today as we go back to the top of the lineup for Maddie Magda, who has been retired by both 3rd base and short. Skims behind Posa. 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. The windup and the delivery in from Vavro. Ground ball, right side, Blinky dives, can't get to it. So it'll be a 1-out single for Maddie Magda as she gets on base for the Rangers as they start to begin a rally. Now Emily Gillick in for her 3rd cuts. Hit by a pitch and a walk. Ball is cross stealing by Posa back all the way in the 3rd inning. That really started to change the momentum of this ball game. Bunt being shown, pitch, corners creep, pulled back, strike nonetheless. Nothing in 1 count. I don't mind the idea of the bunt, but I feel like you let her swing in this situation. It only does so good if you have a runner at 2nd with 2 away, down by 4. You want to get as many on as possible. The small ball game is played a lot in softball. I get that. I just feel like this is not the place to do it. I feel like it's a league game here, an in-conference division game, nonetheless, where every single game will matter. Last year, Holy Name ended up splitting it with a 1-loss record in conference, not being enough to win the division as they split it with Normandy. This year, Lakewood can easily challenge for it along with Buckeye. If Buckeye would have beaten Holy Name, they'd have been well in the driver's seat to win it. The pitch. Skims off Posa's glove, runner would go. Without the bunt, a runner gets in a scoring position. Now it's time for Holy Name to settle back into this game. It's a 1-1 count with 1 away. Coach Scheiben calling the game from the dugout. Gives the call over to Vavro, and she'll deal the 1-1. Chopped in the glove of Posa, 1-2 count. In the on-deck circle is Mia Carol Greaves for the Rangers. So far today, 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a stolen bag of home. So far, she's the Rangers' only 2 runs. Swing and a miss, cut through one, upstairs to retire Gillick for out number 2. Vavro now has 8 strikeouts on the game. 5 Ks in the last 6 at-bats from Reagan Vavro. Domination. She's only given up 2 hits so far in this game as well. Just impressive work all the way around from her. Vavro will wind and deal with 2 away. Finds the bottom corner of the zone on Carol Greaves. Nothing in 1 count. Vavro gets back onto the bump. Will come set, will wind and deliver. Messes outside, 1-1 count. And talking to the players from Holy Name, Tennessee obviously makes an impact on the record, but they don't view it that way. They viewed it as a great experience to try and grow and have fun. The teams they played were both ranked in the top 100 in the state of Kentucky. Misses outside, 2-1 count. Yes, the 1 game did end 15-0, but against a very good team. But against Madisonville North Hopkins, they only lost 4-3 against the 25th ranked team in Kentucky. Buckeye as well, the other loss. Gaining some AP first place votes. Shot behind foul. But as it was almost last year, this is Canfield's division. They're getting the majority of the first place votes in Division II. Melena Toth dealing the way she was last year and has so far this year. It's going to take a lot to get Canfield down. The pitch. Finds the zone, freezes her to retire the side. It's a 9th strikeout on the afternoon for Reagan Vavro. 6 in the last 7 batters as Holy Name will now get to bat in the bottom of the 5th. After 4 innings of work, Mia Carol Greaves will be relieved. She will, I believe, go on over to first base if I heard the change is correct, and will be relieved on the bump by Ella Bauer, who is playing third base and is due up next for the Rangers in the top of the 6th inning. Her first batters will be Kylee Blinky and Posa as Holy Name gets back to the sticks, up 6-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Bauer comes set, her first pitch of the game. Just misses inside. A good miss from her. Looked pretty good. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Garlow. If you're just tuning in, first couple innings went well for Lakewood, then Holy Name opened up with a lot of runs. 5 runs in the third. It's been the difference of the game. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Chopped foul off of Garlow's leg. Evens it up at 1-1.
Here we go.
Garlow, her last time up, had a 3-run shot to left. Bauer looks on in, will come set. The wind and the delivery. Bailey thought about it, but instead holds up. 2-1 count on Garlow. Lakewood doing what they can to get back into this game. Bauer sets, delivers. 3-1 count. Ooh, that was a good miss. I don't know where that missed. That looked like a pretty good curve. 3-1. Fouled away, so it's now full count. In the end, we get to where we would have most likely regardless. The full count, Garlow trying to win the at-bat with Blinky waiting in the wings. Had a triple her last time up against her former team. Looks to do more damage. Bauer sets the payoff. Ground ball left side foul, so Garlow will see it again. Garlow struggled at the sticks a lot last year, but this year has done an excellent job to rebound and has been a dominant force in Holy Name's lineup. Coach Scheiben definitely very pleased with the way that his shortstop has played this year. The payoff. Skied and out of play once again. Hits a tree. But even seeing Garlow play a couple games in the summer, you could tell the improvement was there. She's been working on her craft since the Canfield game and has improved drastically and has done an excellent job really stepping into Erica Massey's role of being that home run hitter. Once again, the payoff pitch. Bauer gets her to freeze right down the middle for strikeout number 1 on her day and out number 1 on the inning. So now here comes Kylee Blinky, 1 for 2 on the day against her former team in her revenge game. Just kind of using the revenge game terminology as that's just what it's defined as, going up against your old team. It's not really a revenge game, though, for Kylee Blinky. Before the game, went over to Lakewood's coach, had a good conversation with him, and as well as some of the parents of her former teammates. It's not a hatred at all. It's, in fact, just a reunion of sorts between Blinky and her former school. We saw the same thing with Buckeye, as Posa was seen talking to head coach and, once again, the parents as well, before the game and after it as well. So 1-0 count on Blinky, the pitch. Swing and a miss on 1 low. Evens it up at 1-1. Bauer trying to continue where she left off on the prior at-bats. A 1-1 count. Peers on in and delivers. Chopped foul on 1, a little low and outside. 1-2 count. The on-deck circle for the Green Wave is the catcher, Posa. Bauer comes set on the bump, will wind and deliver. It's popped into left field in no man's land and bobbled away. Blinky will roll on into second base and be in scoring position for her fellow transfer, Ava Posa, with 1 away. Just unfortunate, an error out in left field. Got to the ball, just couldn't come down with it.
Here we go, 5, toughen up. Who's going to make a play, Lakewood? Let's go.
So now Lakewood with the 1 away on the defensive. Looks now to avoid giving up a 7th run. Posa in the box. You have to think Posa's thinking home run at this point. Bauer will deal. Misses outside, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Blinky playing with fire as she's dancing between second and third. Posa on the afternoon. Sacrifice bunt and RBI last time up and then popped out over to third, her first at bat.
Come on, Fiver, tighten up, kid. Here we go.
Posa to hitter's count, 2-0 count. Bauer will wind and deliver. Believe she got a piece of it, 2-1 count.
Come on, Boo. Here we go. Come on, Lakewood.
It'll be a pinch hit in for Vavro as Brikaglewski now is in the on-deck circle. It's sent into left field and foul. It almost had the distance. I said at the beginning of the bat, you have to think she's thinking home run. With that kind of swing she is. It's a 2-2 count. If she's able to straighten that out, it's going to be an 8-2 ball game. Holy Name looking a lot better than they did last week in the game we saw here. From start to finish has looked good. It's just that first inning going into tomorrow, which I believe is a day of rest for them. Going into then Wednesday, which is back here against EC, give them momentum. It's sent into left field once again. Does it have the distance? And it is caught over in left field for allowed out number 2 as the left fielder had her back against the fence, but is able to make the play in the end. Just a little bit more muscle on it would have made it an 8-2 ball game. And now here comes Brikaglewski in. So now with 2 away, still a runner on at second for Holy Name. Brikaglewski has a chance to get an RBI. Bauer will take a second on the mound. Will come set, will wind and deliver. Misses outside, 1-0 count. Brikaglewski pinch hit in the last contest that we saw of Holy Name softball. Bauer so far on the year, a 3.72 ERA with 35 Ks and now 36 after the one today. Swing and a miss from Brikaglewski, even it up at 1-1.
Hey, get tough 5. Here we go.
Bauer will deal. Goes behind the catcher, and now Blinky goes 60 feet away from scoring. Up next for the Rangers is an away day. 5 p.m. start against Mags. Thursday EC, Friday Trinity, and then Saturday Clearview before going into next week with a doubleheader, or a 2-game series, I should say, against Normandy, a big GLC East series then. Holy Name's next game against EC on Wednesday, Bay away Thursday, and then going into the Valley Forge series next week before I see Lakewood again on the road. 2-2 count on Brikaglewski, the junior. If she's able to do her job, Katie Majoris is in the on-deck circle. Holy Name left 2 stranded in the last inning. Lakewood trying to hold up once again on the defensive. The 2-2 from Bauer. Runs in on Brikaglewski, has to back out a little bit on it. Full count. Bauer ready to go as soon as Brikaglewski gets in the box. The payoff. Cut up on the ground to short. It's going to be a tough throw. It is in time across diamond. An excellent diamond thrown by Padua to retire the side and avoid once again Holy Name scoring. End of 5. Holy Name leads 6-2. Top of the 6th inning here at St. John Bosco. A score update from Lakewood, Ohio in the 5th inning. Holy Name baseball tied 1-1 with the Lakewood Rangers, who we'll see on Holy Name Broadcasting tomorrow, 5 p.m. first pitch at Kurtz. First cut of the at-bat from Bauer fouled away. Bauer did a good job on the bump getting out of the inning. No hits surrendered, only one reaching, and that was on an error. The pitch from Vavro finds the zone. A swinging strike nonetheless, nothing in 2 count. Bauer so far today, a walk and a ground out to Sammy Zabak over at first. Vavro back on the bump, nothing in 2 count. Sent into right field, Mahalik will trail it, and it'll go foul. So once again, we will see that pitch. As for the rest of the week after Tuesday, that is left up in the air. Wednesday will most likely be left blank. Thursday's the day of debate. To stay updated on all the games we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications notified when we go live. Our goal is to 1,500 subscribers by the time I'm handed my diploma on a Thursday and I'm on a beach on a Saturday. Every single time we mention that, it will be a new version of the same wording. We've already been told to kick rocks, handed diploma, and told scram. Nothing in 2 count after the foul balls. The pitch just misses. A good miss from Vavro. Definitely a ball. Makes it 1-2. But once again, I like it. You don't want a gift wrapped a hit. For Lakewood, oh yeah, they would definitely love a gift wrapped hit. But Holy Name, not so much. It's 1-2 count. The wind of the delivery from Vavro. Cut to the right side. Goes over Blinky's head. It is a base hit on a leadoff from Ella Bauer. Now goes to Madison Comer. Walked both times up so far. Can Lakewood put a couple things together here and get some runs and get back in this game? Corners, as usual, continue to creep. The lefty Comer looks to get in. The windup and the pitch from Vavro. Down in the zone. Nothing in 1 count. Didn't show bunt on that one. I like the move. You don't want to put all your eggs in the basket of scoring 1 run this inning. I think Lakewood realizes they need to plate 4 in 2 innings. A home run would change the trajectory of this game. Fouled away to the left side. Plenty of force on it. Nothing in 2 count. After Comer, it will go up to Gabby Carroll Greaves, who struck out twice today, but Lakewood believes she's due. It's a good place to be in if you're Lakewood, especially if this runner gets on. You have your best hitter. Yes, she struck out twice today. Still your best hitter up next. So no 2 count the pitch. It's a big out, number 1 for Holy Name as Vavro gets her to chase on one outside the zone. Give Vavro 10 Ks on the afternoon. So now 35 strikeouts in 3 GLC games this year. Reagan Vavro is well on her way to 200 Ks once again. Now up steps Greaves. First pitch she sees is outside, 1-0 count to begin. Gabby Carroll Greaves, 3rd cuts. Vavro settling down the game. Only on the day allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. The windup and the delivery from Vavro. Blocked by Posa, prevents any damage. It's not going to be in the stat sheet, but yet another block from Ava Posa, who's putting on a clinic as a brick wall behind the dish. The only one that will be on the stat sheet is the caught stealing. Vavro will wind and deliver. Swing and a miss just a little bit ahead of it. 2-1 count. A nice get-right pitch from Vavro. A challenging 1-2-0. A bold move to throw one that low on that count. You don't want to lose Carol Greaves. You don't want to give Lakewood momentum. It's a 4-run game, but softball, it's easier to get back into a game, arguably. And they're at 3-1 count. It's not like in baseball where if you hit back-to-back home runs in high school, you might be questioned if you have Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, any of those guys on your team. In softball, especially on this short of a field, no one will bat an eye. The 3-1. Inside runs in on her. It's ball 4. Lakewood have 2 on with 1 away, and the tying run is now in the on-deck circle. Showers, the left fielder, turned third baseman upon the pitching change, steps in for her third cut. A strikeout looking and a ground out to Garlow so far today. One swing of the bat can change the game. The wind in the delivery. Thought about it, leaves it for the Worms. 1-0 count. Just the final score from Lakewood. It's a 2-1 win for the Rangers, a walk-off. Harrison Frank had a no-hitter until the 7th. Tough way for Harry to go out. Shout out to Harrison, though, man. 1-1 count. Had a great game yesterday. Thank you to Cameron Regazzo for the score update. But, man, that's a heartbreaker going into tomorrow. Harrison Frank, though, let's go back to him. Last year against Brexville Broadview, made his pitching debut, won that game and turned around the season. Holy Name baseball, it's just 1 win. They need 1 under their belt, and they can be dangerous. Blocked by Posa off to the side, 2-1 count. So tomorrow's game is going to be a big one. But still, I think a lot of people are surprised that this year's game is closer. Lakewood didn't lose many people. Holy Name lost 2 Division I commits. To have Harrison Frank throw no-no up that point, it's good. Tomorrow, I believe it might be Josh Kell on the mound. Misses outside, 2-2 count. From my knowledge, it will be Joey Ragone Wednesday against Hoban. Saturday, where we'll see Holy Name baseball next after the Tuesday game. Don't quote me on that. We might see him Thursday. It just depends how scheduling works out. We'll see. The pitch. Blocked by Posa. Once again, prevents runners from moving up. It's a 3-2 count. It's a big pitch incoming with a tying run in the on-deck circle. It's a big pitch. Can Showers do the business for Lakewood? Can Vavro get out of it? The payoff pitch. Noose is high. It's ball 4. The tying run enters the on-deck circle. It's going to be a mound visit for Holy Name. 2 walks in a row. Give it 6 now on the game. Surrendered by Reagan Vavro. But a big at-bat incoming. The Lakewood Holy Name rivalry has always been great. Football has been a little live-sided over the years. But look at basketball. We've had some great games over the last couple of years for basketball. You had the overtime thriller. Which one? Pick your poison. Both of them were great games. This year, 2 dicey games. And now baseball 2-1 after last year's 13-0 demolition. A lot of people look at Holy Name's record, see 0-8, and says they're not a good team. But in talking even to Coach inside, I said it on the broadcast yesterday, he says they're just a young team. And they are. You're starting half sophomores, and unlike this Holy Name softball team, they don't have chemistry. Give them time. Holy Name baseball will be back to their prime soon. Swing and a miss on 1 low, nothing on 1 count to begin this at-bat on the 8-hitter Karis Crone, the right fielder. 2 strikeouts so far today. It's a 1 out at-bat. 1 swing of the bat can tie the game up. It goes back up to the 9-hitter, then top after this. Infield in, the pitch. Misses up, 1-1 count. Would not be surprised to see Coach Scheibin bring in Victoria Scheibin from center if Vavro loses it here. The pitch. Bunt being shown. It's down right in front of the plate. No one's home to communicate. The play is just in time as Vavro realizes it as the pitcher feeling play for out number 2. But miscommunication almost killed Holy Name. That almost spelled disaster for Holy Name. But once again, the tying run is in the batter's box. Lakewood needs to plate 1. I like the idea of the bunt. I don't know if that was the pitch, the bunt. I don't know. If it worked, it was genius. But now, you just feel like a cut would have been better. Pitch. Finds the right side of the zone. Nothing in 1 count. Lakewood needs a run. They need at least 1. You can't leave 3 stranded at this point in the game. Started off the year 6-0. Lost the last game to a team Holy Name has beaten. Swing and a miss. It's a 0-2 count. But going into today, Lakewood wins against Bay, Valley Forge twice, Westlake, St. Joe's, and Rocky River. The only loss coming on Saturday to Olmsted Falls, 12-0. Who Holy Name beat in the scrimmage? The 0-2. Finds the zone, gets her looking for strike three to retire the side. Vavro holds up after a scare. It's the middle of 6. Holy Name leads 6-2. Back on the bottom of the 6th inning. Holy Name leading 6-2. If you're just tuning in, I'm Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. If you're just tuning in as well, Holy Name Baseball loses a heartbreaker 2-1 in Lakewood. Congrats to the Rangers on a great win. We'll see you on a great game tomorrow at Kurtz Park, 5 p.m. First pitch outside to Majoris, 1-0 count. Majoris over 2 today at the fly out and a pop out. Bauer will set and deliver. Runs on in once again. 2-0 count. Bauer will take a second to look at the wrist for the call. The windup and the pitch. Sent to the left side, just off the glove, goes to short. If this is an out, oh my goodness! It wasn't planned, but what a job by the left side of the infield for out number 1. What in the name of Houdini was that play? I don't even know how that scored. It goes off of third base's glove. It's being given a G5 to G6 in my book. It's out number 1 nonetheless, but man, oh man, the luck is with Lakewood. The pitch, sent to the left side, under the glove of third base. They can't do it twice. Emily Majoris avenges her sisters out and reaches with 1 away. But man, going back, Katie Majoris definitely has to not be happy about that last one. How do you get that lucky? It's an excellent play though. Now we go back to the top of the lineup as Victoria Scheiben steps on in. 4th cuts of the game so far today, 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a K. Bauer peers on in and will deliver. Bump being shown, pulled on back. Majoris is in no man's end, will walk on back. Nice job by Gills not to be trigger happy and throw it back. You hear the fans even say, watch for the fake bunt. They've been paying attention to this game. Scheiben usually does like to bunt. A game that was once going by quick, we're now at the hour 45 mark. And as well, if our scoreboard goes down, it's because my computer dies. After a long day of school, we are nearing the end of the battery life. Should have about an hour of battery life left. The pitch low, runner goes, Majoris. Another stolen bag. The thou shall not steal does not apply to Emily Majoris on the base path. So Majoris is back in scoring position, has reached all 3 times today. I'm giving her a single as that was a hard hit ball. So 2 for 2 with the walk and 3 stolen bags. Bunt right side, nice bunt. Scheiben will not reach, but moves Majoris 60 feet closer. So now a 2 away, goes up to Aubrey Stevens to try and give Holy Name a 5-run advantage. If you didn't know her number was 19, it is. One thing you see different about baseball and softball is a chance. Baseball, hum now, come on kid, stuff like that. Softball, it's a peanut gallery, but it's entertaining. Swing and a miss on the first cut from Stevens, nothing in 1 count. And occasionally you can hear singing in the dugout too. 2 away, runner at third for Holy Name. Bauer gets set on the bump, the windup and the delivery. Ground ball, chopped behind, foul. Stevens quickly finds himself down, 0-2. And there's a little barking in the dugout too. The team's in the game, Holy Name is doing well, that is what matters. We're not here to ask questions. It's an 0-2 count. Bauer trying to get out of the inning and get Lakewood back to the sticks with the runner at third. The pitch. Swing and a miss on 1 pass. It's a drop third. Majoris will score. And no contest on the throw on the drop third. Holy Name takes a 7-2 lead. So that'll be a strikeout number 2 on the day from the pitcher, Bauer. Now Sammy Zabak has a chance with 1 on and 2 away to do some damage. So far today is 1 for 2 with an RBI double, a walk, and a K. Bauer will set on the bump, wind and delivers. Runner goes, the throw is not in time as Stevens is in with ease.
That's a great pitch, Drew. Let's go, 5.
Another stolen base to Stevens' name, has 2. Holy Name is stealing the bases with relative ease today. Lakewood really has not attempted to since Posa caught, I believe it was Gillick stealing. The wind and the delivery. Swing and a miss, Zabak a little ahead of it. A little bit of a lunge, nothing in 2 count. Actually, no, she left early, so that retires the side. An unglorified way to end the inning, but it does nonetheless. Through 6 at St. John Bosco, Holy Name leads 7-2. Top of the 7th at SJB. Holy Name leading 7-2 over the Lakewood Rangers. If you're just tuning in, I have Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Reagan Vavro dealing on the bump today for Holy Name, only allowing 3 hits, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. The first pitch of the 7th runs in on Padozak, 1-0 count. That's a correction, it would be Magda who's up. It's Magda, Gillick, and Greaves. The windup and the delivery. foul behind. Now evened up 1-1 count. The windup and delivery from Vavro. Swing and a miss on one upstairs from Magda. 1-2 count. Due up next is the catcher, Gillick. Vavro looking for K, number 12 on the afternoon. Skips on in to Posa, evens it up at 2-2. Vavro takes a second to check the wrist for the pitch. The wind up and deliver the 2-2. Ground ball right up to the left side. Garlow chucks across in time for out number 1. Bailey Garlow has done an excellent job today, throwing the ball with enough velocity to get runners on some close plays. Now it goes with Emily Gillick. So far today, hit by pitch, walk, and a K. And with the 11 strikeouts so far today, Reagan Vavro, for the third game of 3 in GLC East play, has achieved the 10-plus strikeout mark. A wake-up call to Mia Carol Greaves in the on-deck circle as Gillick almost hits her.
Come on, Emily, what do you say for? Here we go, kid. Just moving.
Nothing, 1 count after the foul. Vavro winds up and delivers. Low on in, evens it up at 1-1. Pulling in with the win would go back to 500 total on the year. Skims past Posa, 2-1 count.
Come on, Em, you got this, kid.
2-1 count. Holy Name has the day off tomorrow, and then they go into Wednesday and take on EC. Overall, in the Great Lakes Conference, Holy Name currently sitting at 6th. The pitch, missing outside, 3-1 count. If the result holds, Lakewood will drop to 5-1 in the conference, matching Buckeye's exploits. EC 4-1 in the conference, their only loss being to the Bucks. Normandy 3-3 this year. Rocky River 2-2. North Olmsted 1-1. Then you go to Holy Name with a win would improve to 4th. The windup and the delivery on the 3-1. Ground ball right side, foul. So that EC game here on Wednesday is going to be a big game for Holy Name. Valley Forge right now taking on Buckeye. That's that series. So if Valley Forge can get their first win in GLC play, that would be big for the rest of the conference as well, as Buckeye would be taken down. If it ends up going down to runs against in the game, basically if the run differential of the two contests makes a difference, Buckeye would win the conference. But as of right now, both Holy Name and Buckeye are hoping for the other to lose another GLC game. Right now, Holy Name needs to seal this game out. 3-2, 1 away. The payoff pitch incoming from Reagan Vavro. Just misses off the plate. It's a 1-out walk for Emily Gillick, which will bring up Mia Carol Greaves the 4th time today.
Hey, let's go, Juan. What do you say?
An RBI double, stolen bag, a ground out, and a K to her name, along with 4 innings pitched and 4 strikeouts. Going into today, a sub-1 ERA. Had a perfect game against Valley Forge today. Struggled. Hit to the right side, over Maholick's head, and will go foul. It was a great poke in the right, just could not find fair territory. Vavro hopefully will keep that one in her back pocket, in the back of her mind, thinking of the power she has. Nothing in 1 count. The last thing Holy Name want to do right now is give up a home run. That would sway momentum, and with 2 outs to work with, Lakewood realistically could score 3 at that point. The pitch. Blocked by Posa, prevents the runner from moving. If Posa was not behind the dish today, this could be a 7-4 game right now. She has definitely made a run or 2 impact. pitch. Blocked once again by Posa. Now a 2-1 count. As well, after the game, we'll announce our Keon Sports Play of the Game. Right now, 3 sophomores are the key players. Fouled behind, makes it now 2-2 count. As for the Rangers, their key players are in the middle of their line, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. 2-2, 1 away, runner on at first for the Rangers as they trail by 5. The windup and the pitch. Fouled away to the right side. Kale Grease making Vavro work for the out. That's all you can do at this point in the game. Battle, survive, and advance. You got to have that playoff mentality as each pitch could end your at-bat. It's survive and advance. The windup and the pitch. Runs inside, 3-2 count. The back pick is passed. The throw was there, but just got past Zabak. 3-2 count, and as well based on the instructions being given, Lily Jerk enters the game in right for Maura Mahalik. Vavro comes set, the payoff pitch. Strike 3, swinging for strikeout number 12 and out number 2. Play the final countdown. And now the last tope for the Rangers is Ella Bauer, was just on the bump before. Lakewood needs a rally. Down to their final out. Holy Name leads by 5. The pitch. Runs inside. Posa snags. Checks back at first and throws back. It's a 1-0 count. Vavro set, wind, and deliver. Sent on the ground, off of Vavro. The toss is not in time. An excellent effort on the two-hand toss is not there. And Lakewood gets some luck and will elongate the game.
Let's go 1-2, let's go, kid.
Just an infield single from Bauer. It was smoked up the gut. You really can't call that an error. Did all she could. And now Madison Comer, the first baseman, steps up. A walk, and a K today. Also has had an excellent game over at first. A couple of her stretches have been the difference between a single and an out. Vavro thought the game was about to end. Needs still one more out. The pitch. Finds the zone down the pipe. 1-0 in 1 count. Runners at first and second. The 0-1 just misses the zone. Nice pitch from Vavro, but does not get Comer to bite. A big league take for 1-1. Vavro getting ready. Again on the bump, deals. Runs inside, pass, Posa, runner goes to end the game. Does not get it. Throw was down as quick as she could, but could not convert. 2 are in scoring position. 2-1 count now on Comer, the first baseman.
Little rip, Madison, little rip, 1-2.
Tying run in the hole. Vavro now can focus on the batters. A 2-1 count. The windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Lakewood's down to their final strike. Lakewood trying to preserve their perfect record in GLC play. Holy Name trying to defend home field and get their first win at St. John Bosco of the calendar year to improve to 500. Ground ball left side. Garlow greets it. Chuck across diamond. Book it. Holy Name seals a 7-2 victory as Bailey Garlow chucks across the diamond and finds Tammy Zabak. What a great game from the Green Wave as they win it. Your play of the game brought to you by Keon Sports goes to no other than Holy Name's pitcher, Reagan Vavro. 7 innings of work today, only allowing 3 hits, 7 walks, But nonetheless, 12 Ks give her now 37 in 3 games of GLC East play. Excellent day from her on the bump. As well, honorable mentions go to Emily Majoris and Bailey Garlow. For your Rangers, 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Mia Carroll Greaves, Ella Bauer, and Madison Comer, 3 key players in this game. But with that will do it from St. John Bosco. Holy Name gets the win and improves to 3-3 on the year. We're back on tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. as Holy Name takes on Lakewood in the baseball home opener. To stay up to date on all the games we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And find and subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. But that'll do it here from St. John Bosco. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Monday afternoon with us. Have a good night, everyone, and go Namers.